Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Nest for cross country and track and field for the 2020-2021 season. My name is Jalen Ellison. I'm joined again by third-year head coach Alisha Samuel. Coach, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So you are coming off your first official meet of the year. Cross country participated in GLVC Triangular. You were in pod number 5 at Truman State, also competing with Rockhurst. Tell us a little bit about how that meet went. Obviously, we know it looked a little bit different, but just give us kind of an overview of how that went.
Yeah, first and foremost, we were just so excited to have the opportunity to compete. It was a hot day for sure. The kids were used to running, early in the morning, so having to run about 4 o'clock in the afternoon with that heat was a little challenging for all. But Christian Santiago, our sophomore on the men's side, did an amazing job with handling the heat and the competition, with just Truman and Rockhurst, and he was able to pull off a 6th place position.
Great. Well, you touched on Christian, the top male finisher for you, Jenna Schwager on the other side for the women. Just kind of looking around at some of the other times around the league, at those that ran a 4K, Jenna's time was up there with some of the best in some of the other pods. Just a freshman, like you said, Christian, just a sophomore. Talk a little bit about them and what you saw out of those two runners.
Yeah. So for Jenna, being a freshman, and this is her first college meet coming in for the GLVC, she did an amazing job handling that pressure, that competition, and that heat as well. Having a time such as she did in 16:24, that's really competitive in the conference for 4K. And like I keep mentioning the heat, were it a cooler day, I think she would have done phenomenal. And so we're just looking forward to the next meet, which is at Lindenwood on October 9th. Hopefully it'll be a cooler day to see what else she can do.
Great. You had some other freshmen making their debuts as well. You've got a freshman heavy team. Zoe Foreman wasn't far behind, also in the top 10. Shelby Johnson and Jackie Hensley also made their debuts. Had a couple on the men's side as well. Talk about your freshmen. How'd they do in their first collegiate meet?
Yeah, they were really excited to have the opportunity. Again, it's been challenging for us with practices and, not being sure if you were even going to have this opportunity. So we were just excited to get the opportunity to get out there and compete and show what we can do. And the freshmen, they were handling it really, really well. A bit nervous in the beginning for sure, but they went out there and they gave their all. They were pretty dominant in the beginning. Again, the heat sort of got to us a little bit in the middle of the race, but the freshmen held their own.
Great. And you talked about your upcoming meet. So you're off this week, but you're back in action next week at Lindenwood. Mm-hmm. It almost goes from, very small groups, because it's always GLVC action this year, but then you kind of get into bigger groups as you get closer to the GLVC championship. So you'll have more GLVC teams coming up, but a bigger group of teams. What are you looking forward to in this meet?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more competitive for sure, which is, we want to have more people in the race, to have that bunch to follow. It's a little bit different with not having supporters on the sideline, encouraging the runners to continue and keep pushing. But we're really looking forward to seeing what else the other schools in the GLVC can do and be able to compete with them.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to seeing cross country back in action. They did a great job in their opening meet. Back in action at Lindenwood, as you said, on October 9th. Wish you all the best of luck, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.